refuse to let a bad night ruin me, just doesn't get through to me. Even back then, getting stopped by the truancy. Posted with the bros and turned the bond into a mutiny. You fuck with one of them and then we handled it brutally. Y'all not sick, you pussies got immunity and lack the continuity. I leave them in the dust and stack bread cause I'm moving things. Speed reached a new high when I started removing things. I had to drop the baggage out the plane before I flew a wing. I let the engine fail, cold day in hell, I let a pest prevail. Let's put them to the test and let the pressure scale. Yeah, that'll do it, that'll separate the weak from the real, getting to it. I did it for the love, but got no love for what I did, so that's why I'm moving different.
Hello everyone, welcome. How are we? Are we all well? We all well? Happy Wednesday. It's a bit warm, isn't it? It is a bit warm. It's very warm. 33 degrees I think it's currently sat in York. I've got the aircon on, well the aircon, I've got the fan on. What are we looking at? 30 something? Oh, it's hot is what it is. It is hot. I almost didn't stream. I was sitting there just going, do you know what? I don't think I can do this heat today. I can't sit in a room with a computer. I've been in a room with a computer all day, of course, because I've been doing day job delivery, and I was sitting there going, do I jump on? How do I try and work out how to do data-driven transfers in this heat? And I just need to try and think, is that even a thing? Like, how can I do it? But we'll try. We're going to give it a go. It turns out that I thought I had some sort of access back to TikTok, but not on TikTok Studio apparently, which is interesting, because that's kind of where I needed to be for lives. So that's maybe not going to happen just yet, and I haven't got the interest in trying to work that out right now. Content has its own weather report. We aren't used to this weather. Bring back the snow. Exactly. I'm the same. I'm absolutely the same. I'm like, give me snow. That's what I need. Do you know what I mean? I don't need anything else other than that. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we go. Probably time sensitive. I'd imagine so. Gavin Mallet. Evening, Gavin. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you in. Gudger's in. Ryan's in. Dan's in. Who else we got? Carter's in. Rougeau's in. Loads of people chilling in the background. We've been live for like less than 5 minutes. And already 2 messages about FM26. I am going to start a tally chart. Genuinely. That was also part of like going, oh, do I stream tonight? Oh, right. I'm going to start a tally chart. Okay? Feel free to anybody can keep up to date with it as to where we're at. But I'm going to go with it, right? I'm going to go with it. We're already on 2, okay? Put your predictions in the chat for how many I'm going to have to mark down throughout the course of this stream to work out the amount of questions we're going to get about FM26. Is there 23 already? Strong 23. Matt, that's a good guess. 23. 50 says Dan. I'm reckoning we're hitting 20 triple digits. 26 says Rouge. 57. Yeah. Let's see. There's going to be quite a few, I reckon, and which is fine. But yeah, I don't know. Just don't know. There's no news. There is no news. I don't know why people haven't been able to work this out. There is no news yet. There's been a short video that says that it's coming, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? So that's where we are. So yeah, that's my view on it. I could be wrong, but that's my view. You may have said something back to me there, but I went to adverts. I mean, look, that's up to you, Ryan. That's your thing, innit? You know. Let's jump into the game. There we go. Right, I was just checking TikTok to see if I was allowed back on. I'm not. Yeah. You've got to have been not banned in 30 days, and it's like turns out I was. So yeah, next month TikTok we're coming back, but this month nah. Just Twitch, just YouTube. We'll we'll corner this little market right now, you know. But yeah, I'm not reacting to FM26. You lot want to react to it? Go ahead. You know, you tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you've seen. Tell me how excited you are. Tell me, we finally heard something from SI. They found the Twitter button. Right, you know, do all that. Get off your chests. You know, go for it. I'm going to talk about the fact that we saved Sochaux, and we had quite a decent run-in when it got to the end of that season. I mean, look, bar that, I mean, we got beat by Monaco in the Coupe de France, which we were expecting to get beat by Monaco. We maybe weren't expecting to get a 4-1 battering by Clermont Foot or a 5-2 by Valenciennes, which we were down to 10 men. That's quite a run for a relegation threatened side, isn't it? Like, we took over when they were deep in the merde, as it would be in France, and we finished 11th, right? So this is, we like sort of started about, where was it? So sure, where's that? Grincombe, Le Havre, Grenoble. Oh, maybe back before here. Nimes. Yeah, maybe about here. And we rose to the highest position we've been all season. Granted, we also slipped to the lowest position we've been all season, but we did rise. So, yeah, things did get better as we went through the season. Things started to take shape. We managed to get a run of form together. We ended up finishing 11th, which is pretty good, to be honest. I say only 13 points. 13 points away from the playoffs, which, given where we were, was quite an achievement. More realistically, we were only 8 points away from relegation, so we didn't pull as far away as I thought. F. Macias, appreciate the follow, very kind. Welcome in. Hope you're good. So we did some stuff, right, which was brilliant because expectations were we sort of were where we were really, overall, and therefore we now obviously have to start looking at next year and start to look at, you know, the players that we like, players we want to keep, players that we're going to obviously end up losing, areas we can improve, how we can bring some money in, because there's going to be a few players that are going to leave, and then of course it's going to go down to how we can replace those people. How was Dads v Dads? It was good. It's good, Dan. Yeah, decent. It's a decent setup. So I've changed from Dads v Dads on a Tuesday. I now go to open access 5-a-side, 6-a-side, 7-a-side now, with blokes who are in their 30s. So I'm now playing against better players, younger players, but I think it's a better match. It's a better game. Like, I'm getting up to speed a bit quicker. I'm having to work. My first touch is coming back slowly. But yeah, we're getting there. It's a massive, like, it's a massive learning curve when you've not played for nearly 20 years to drop back into football and then kind of like realize that you're playing against dads who have been playing for 20 years because their sons are like 16 and 21 or whatever. And like their kids are playing on the same team. You're just like, oh. But yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I'm back into it. Like Saturday is obviously coming up, which, you know, is going to be where it's going to be. You know, Slough's going to be, it's going to be fun. There's a lot of stuff happening in and around that's not ideal in terms of my setup, like with me having to travel on the morning, you know, getting the kids in the car, like sort of, you know, trying to work out how I travel 4 and a bit hours on a morning with 2 kids and a wife to get there to turn up for 10 o'clock for the start to try and like get some element of warm up in. It's just going to be like, yeah, it's going to be tough. I don't feel as though I'm going to be in the best shape, but I'm desperate to play as much as I can. I'm not going all that way and spending all that money for 45 minutes. I can tell you that now. So we'll see how we get on with it. But I mean, you know, hopefully it'll be good. I think there's going to be some people who are going to be quite surprised at how big a real life pitch is. And I think they're maybe going to be slightly surprised when they get there and they're big going, fucking hell, that's a fair size, you know. So we'll see. We'll see how we get on with it. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Should be fine. You know, we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. So yeah, could be good. Can't wait to see some of the reactions. What, in terms of their fitness, could you? Yeah. There'll be some people are gonna be passed out, I reckon. Like, it's pretty clear that's gonna be a situation. And also as well, it's gonna be ridiculously hot. So some people, even if they want to play for longer, are gonna be done in. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But I'm sure it'll be fun. You know, let's have a look at what we've got, shall we? Let's have a look at our side, start to see what we can do for next year, where we're going to improve, how we're going to look to do that sort of thing. So some of the facts we've got so far: 524 grand in the bank. That's all we've got, and then we retain 70% of our transfer value. Okay, so 524 grand, 70% of that, and we've got 140 grand in wage budget. So we have to save some cash. Okay. Now, pop-off could be where we save some cash. Okay. 43. 43? Where have I got 43 from? 43 goals conceded in 32 matches is a concern, right? Because we were the third best goal scorers, but we conceded the sixth most goals. So defense is where we need to be spending a lot of our money, I reckon, or at least trying to recruit defensively. Yeah, it's the fitness or lack thereof I can't wait for. Distance running ability is relevant for match play. Oh, 100% good. Yeah, you'll get some people who can do, you know, half marathons or whatever, and they'll be done in 2 sprints. They'll be like, oh no, that's me done. Yeah. Play half a pitch for half an hour on Sundays. Rare occasions I play outfield. It's absolute killer. To hell with the full pitch. You're amazing for all taking part. I mean, you've not seen how we're going to do MCG. It could be, and is likely to be, an absolute shower of shite. Really, like, there's all I'm going to. I think the phrase "let the ball do the running" is going to be a phrase that is running through my head a lot. I'm going to be a DLP out wide, so I'm going to be a wide playmaker. The ball comes to me, I am pinging it back inside. I am Hollywood balling a lot. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be looking to take someone on. Depends on what their fullback's like. You know, if their fullback looks a little bit like he's 62 or whatever, then I might have a go, but I'm not going to be getting up and around all the time. I'm certainly not overlapping at all. And I'm not doing a full press. At no chance at all. I'm very much in the regroup phase. Yeah. Ian Cyclist, how are you, pal? Good to see you. Hope you're good. So Mark Popoff, I think 10 grand wages. I think we can find a better goalkeeper for 10 grand. You know, I'm not saying he's a bad goalkeeper, but I'm saying that we can probably get just as good, if not better, for less money. Yeah, if we look at his expected goals prevented is minus 0.1, so that's not brilliant. Yeah, he's conceding 1.39 goals a match. It's not good, is it? If the Slough fans team is anything like the one at Quorn has, they'll be taking it incredibly seriously. Oh, they'll 100% be taking it seriously. 100%, because it's their opportunity to play on their team's pitch. Like, do you know what I mean? They are absolutely going to be taking it seriously. I would expect nothing less. I think that there'll be some of the FM crowd will be taking it incredibly seriously as well. And that will maybe be because they don't want to be seen to be not very good. There's a little bit of ego there, I think. And that's, I mean, I can say that from myself. There's a bit of ego in it. Going, I don't really fancy going all that way and not being very good. I'm going to trigger the contract extension for Yashin Gerard because Nice are interested in him. So if Nice are interested in him, then he must be half decent. Evening in, nice to see you, pal. Luffy's in, welcome, Luffy. How was Oasis? I'm sure you can attest that it was good. I mean, he had it. He conceded 1 goal, 1 clean sheet. He played 100 minutes, so he's much better than than Pop Off at this point. And he's only £1,000 in wages, but there is a bit of drop off in terms of ability. So goalkeeper could be something we need to look at. How's the Beatles? The Beatles were brilliant. Yeah. Or Tufik Ben Musa. Again, there's another young goalkeeper. Got 15 goals conceded in 6 games. So, yeah. We'll see. We've got a good young lad in the reserves. 15 years old, 6 foot, unambitious. He looks like he's meant to be quite a talent, so we'll see how he gets on as well. It's rather good. Never heard Liam actually hold a note properly before. Honestly, like he's class, isn't he? Like I genuinely think he sounds better than he has in the last 20 years. I think he's been incredible. So Prevost has been on loan, and he's done all right. 6.9, 31 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists. If we look at his statistical input, 4.88 expected goals, 4.12 expected assists, 0.36 expected assists over 90 minutes, 79 interceptions. I mean, solid numbers. Solid, 9.9 progressive passes per 90. He's done fine. Like, tackles won, 83%. Not bad. Not bad. But he's on loan, so we need to find someone who's going to be equivalent to that going forward, because Gilmar Prates, Brazilian, I mean, could potentially be brave, could potentially have good positioning, could be good getting forward, so maybe a wing back, probably. Determined and got good teamwork. He's got TJ DNA. Maybe we give him a try. He's 5'11", so he's just about scrapes in, or 5'10". We didn't see much of him. So we'll see what he can do. Says he's brave. Good work rate. Could do with being taught how to be an effective aerial presence. Well, he needs to grow. That's going to be part of the problem there. Needs to work on becoming consistent. Needs to work at his heading. I mean, he's 5'10". That's why. So, right. So Prates is a kind of like a question mark. Prevost is probably going to go. So therefore, right back is definitely needed. Okay. On our left hand side, we lost Burkic. We've got Babatunde, who's pretty good. We like Babatunde. He's done a very, very good job for us since getting into that left wing back position. Have a look at his statistics here. So, expected assists 0.47, 0.2 on goals. Not winning as many headers again. Tackles are pretty decent, 86. 2.65 tackles per game. 14.69 progressive passes. Definitely getting himself forward. 2 assists. He's played 17 matches. 22 dribbles. 30 headers won. 11 clearances. 40 clearances. 11 chances created is quite good. Or crosses completed, sorry. Liam was not happy with the council. I know, he's been making that speech every night. Been brilliant, isn't it? Evening, Mickheimer. How are we? Pleasure to see you. Hope you're well. So, we've got Babatunde, who's great. We've also got Cham, who can go out onto left back if needs be, and has played left back. I think if you look at his form, you'll see there you go, played left back for us, wing back, a couple of matches. Then he also played centre back as well. So Mick Timer, we are playing with the Musterman skin, which we're all a fan of around here. So if you haven't got that, get it downloaded, get it on your game. So Cham, oh, there's three. There's three, everyone. There's number three. Cham brought in from Generation Foot. So 90 grand. Has the FM news excited me? I mean, define excited, Wally. We knew the game was coming out. There's only people who didn't believe that were going to be like, oh my god, the game's coming. Like, of course the game's coming. You know? So, has it excited you? Has that 20-second trailer excited you, Wally Hunt? Right, so Babatunde is fine for left back. We don't need it. You've got cartwheels. There you go. Yeah. Same. So I can't believe how many cartwheels I've done. At least it's news, but it's not news though, is it? Really, it's not. You know, I don't want to be the guy who goes, you know, they need to tell us more, but it's not really news. There's no, you know, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but it's definitely a game that exists. Yeah, and I believe the game existed anyway, so it's something. Okay, yeah. Yeah, for some people who are desperate for the same thing to be said, then I'm glad they've got what they wanted. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yes, so that's number three. It's number three. Okay, so left back, Babatunde. Cham can play left back. We might not go straight for a left back. Fabrice Crepin, 22. He's just nasty on our level. So, and he's probably not good enough, and he's out of contract. So, we could let him go. He's committed. Do we give him a bit of a buy? I mean, he's 22. How much better is he going to get? I don't know. Although maybe. I'm not sure. Evening, Callum. How are you, buddy? Welcome. He's got high work rate. I wonder if that's going to be enough. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it is or not. How are we, Callum? Hope you're well. Welcome. Callum, of course, the reason we all have to go to Slough on Saturday. Daniel Bokovsky. I can't apologise enough. Well, I was saying to you yesterday, Callum, we were coming down on Friday night. No, apparently not. No, we're now coming down on Saturday morning again. So, you know, I mean, at least we've saved another hotel cost. There is that. And thank you for getting the showers sorted out as well, by the way, because you do not want to be around me during the warm-up, never mind the end of a match. In that heat, I will be sweating buckets. So the idea of no showers, I was just like, no. I'd worked out where the nearest pure gym was. I was like, I can't be going with no shower. That's not a thing. Lots of sorting going on. Insurance is done. There you go. Kick fuck out of everyone. Get it done. Fall over. Callum's covered now. He's not going to go bankrupt. Yeah. Even Retro Gamer, how are you, pal? We can all get injured. Exactly. Yeah. It's an absolute payday right now. This is brilliant. You know, yeah, 2 foot everybody, literally, like 2 foot yourself if you can. You're speaking to Max. Did I have to ask you about Martin? He says Mad. Well, Mad said, Mad FM. Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, Martin is mad. They should call Martin the mad scientist. He's the he was something. He was definitely something. I've heard rumours they're planning on marking Robbo. Good. That's one less thing for me to have to worry about. Can you see my manager history? I guess so. Yeah. There. Time spent on holiday? None. Managing properly, not simulation manager, not holiday manager. 5 clubs, 400 games in charge. Bingo card when the first roll off sub B. I was speaking to Si about this earlier, Callum, and I think it should be every 10 minutes, because there's going to be a lot of people on that pitch who have not taken into account for how big a 11-a-side pitch is. So I think every 10 minutes, and especially if you've got people who want to be playing for an hour, I think if you leave it till like 30 minutes, then they're not getting an hour at all either. That's like rolling subs is then just like, oh yeah, we've got one person coming off. We've got 5 subs, lots of rotation. Yeah, I would say that. Personally, I'd say every 10 minutes. But as you say, yeah, we're leaving that to Kev, so it's up to him to work out. Chris seems to think that Kev has an idea how he's going to do it, so we shall see. But that's how I would do it personally. Not that we've got enough players to cover for each of those positions. So we'll have to see. There's Matthias Castel. Oh, he could come in and replace Saunier, possibly. That's another young winger. 10 assists in the reserve leagues. Interesting. Gazwani. Oh, again, could play centre half. Could play shadow striker. Perfect. Shoots from distance. Comes deep to collect the ball. 18 years old. Potential Ligue 1 standard. Okay. Right. What I'm hearing here, chat, is that we might not have to go out and spend loads of money. Fiverr says the idea turns out to be we're just going to wing it and see what happens. I mean, Luffy, that is a bet that nobody is going to take, because everybody knows that is exactly what's going to happen. Yeah? Everyone's just winging it. Everybody is winging it. Nobody knows what's going on. Marvin Bouval, temperamental, of course. Ryan, fuck off. Spursy is not a thing. Right, okay. Is Spursy? Have Spurs gone and won a trophy? Is that what they've done? Because the last thing that I remember Spurs doing last year was winning the Europa League or the Conference League or something, which is quite an achievement. I think it's definitely better than winning a Carabao Cup. What have they done? What's happened? Okay, they were 2-0 up. What's happened? They've drawn 2-2 against Paris Saint-Germain. Okay, that's fine. That's against the current Champions League winners. Yeah, that's fine. That's 2-2. They've not lost yet, have they? Does it go extra time? No. It's fine. Who gives a fuck about the Super Cup anyway? Exactly, Dan. When you're not in it, you don't have to care, do you? Are we back on TikTok now? Apparently not, Luffy. No. Apparently I'm not. I can only get back onto TikTok if I've not been banned in the last 30 days. And it turns out I have. So yeah, when I come back from my holidays, I'll be back on TikTok. Then I'll show them. Georges Petitjean. What was I banned for? I was banned for repeating what Simaggio said, and I didn't think it was fair. I said that the Americans were dull. Oh, that's what Si said, and I repeated it, and then TikTok banned me because they banned him. No fan of Spurs, but slagging off a team that won a European trophy is a bit weird, isn't it? Isn't it? Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. Mike's crackling every now and again. I think it's an OBS thing. I think it's an OBS thing. I think when I get back from holiday, I'll unplug everything and re-plug it all back up again. See what we can do. But it's weird because it sounds fine on the podcast and it sounds fine on YouTube stuff, so it must be an OBS thing. So there must be a filter that slipped or something somewhere. So I'll have a look when I've got a little bit more time. Just making some notes of our youngsters that are interesting. Lots happening after the holiday. Yeah, very much just pushing things backwards. You know what I mean? There's like, this is not a now problem. This is a later problem. Future TJ can sort that out. Yeah. But right now, current TJ is just doing this. We're not doing too much different. Because there's only so much you can do right now, innit? You know what I mean? Otherwise, it means I've got to de-rig everything, try and find filters again, reload it all back in. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Like, and we're what, at 10 o'clock at night? I'm not doing it at 10 o'clock at night. Call me unreasonable, but I think that's actually reasonable. Yeah. So we said left back, right? So left back, we obviously need to do some left back work on. We have bought that Tom Scott meme with "that was the problem for future me" is one of the most used. I've not seen it, but I can imagine it, and I think that'll be it. Right, players that want to leave from centre back. Emilien Grillo. Did he want to leave? He did. We could get rid of Grillo. I don't think he's played too much this year. Hardly anything, really. So if we transfer this Grillo, I know he's got a bit of experience, but unless he's bringing him in to mentor somebody, I am now future me as the punchline. Nice. Okay. I can get it. I can get it, and I can work with that. So Mustafish. I think we keep him. Pierre Sanchez, I think, has been fine. Apart from that red card that he got. 6.69 tackles, 177 headers, won only 51%. Sent headers, that's not very much. Interceptions 34. Key tackles 0.32. 25 clearances. Decent. Mustafish. Similar. 70% headers won. MCG on the prime. Thank you for that, MCG. Very kind. Have a Beatles song. 67% of his tackles, fine. Not massively concerned about tackles won. Key headers 0.98 per 90 minutes, so nearly a key header per match. 1.43 tackles per game, good. 44 interceptions, 37 clearances, 147 headers won. What's that? Shots on target ratio, headers won. Good. Grillo, of course, didn't play too much. And then we've got Mikel Cardo, who is only young, and I've probably played him simply because of the fact he's 6'7", and I reckon he's probably been a concern. Because how old is he? 18 now. Okay, let's look. 52% of his headers won. That's not very much, despite the fact he's 6'7". 82% tackles, 28 interceptions, 13 clearances. So we actually need to replace Cardo and bring him in as more of a rotation. I suppose what's Cham done in comparison? 73% of his headers, 16 clearances, 18 tackles. So yeah, Cham could possibly jump in. So we could potentially start with Mustafish and Cham as the centre half pair, and then we'd have a right footer and a left footer. And that might make a little bit more balance. Cyclist, I'm not sure if you're aware. I'm going to mark this down because I know that you are aware that I'm aware. That goes up to 5. But there's been some activity on Twitter today. Are you planning on a video just mentioning that FM26 has been confirmed? Maybe with a shocked face thumbnail. yeah. I wasn't planning on doing it. I mean, I have seen that there's been quite a flurry of activity with that news. But yeah, just to confirm, no reactionary video will be made from myself. No post about come and see me react live to the news on stream. No bonus podcast tomorrow. We haven't scrapped tomorrow's podcast and recorded a new one. So yeah, I feel like I've let everyone down. I feel like everyone expects me to do the shocked face reaction video. But I'm a new woman, so yeah, not for me. I'm gonna react to some news when there's some news. That's my vibe. You know what I mean? Call me old fashioned. Call me a bit of a fuddy duddy. You know what? TikTok, if you're listening, call me boring, right? But that's where I am. I'm gonna do my reacting when there's something to react to. Okay? So I'm not being the equivalent of clapping a plane when it lands. Plus, I haven't got anything to say, really. Like, I haven't, you know, like, new woman, it's Tony with an I. It's just a phrase, Dan. It's just a phrase. I said phrase, not phase. That would be something if you could scrape a podcast out of the video. Well, if you know what, if there was more substance to it, and there was like, you know, release dates and the roadmap had been released, then yes, we would have done that. Or if there was some more stuff within the video, then yeah, we probably could have made a podcast out of it. But out of 20 seconds, I mean, ask Mrs. J. What can you do out of 20 seconds? It's not enough to write home about. It's a game I haven't played it. End of. Yeah, that's it, pretty much. FM's coming out when? No idea. What do we know about it? This Premier League's in. I mean, they did say that, but there's a picture of the Premier League trophy. No one else had anything to say either with that 1.78 seconds of in-game footage. No, they might not, but I bet they've all. But you know, look, that's their job though. Their job is to make videos. Like this is not my job. Yeah, so my job is not to make videos about that. So yeah, leave that space for everyone else. You know, they can do that. Is the mentions up to 4 now? 5, Matt. 5. I think the fact we're not on TikTok is probably why the mentions are low. Either that, or I've clearly addressed it very early on. And everyone just went, "This guy's a prick." We're not asking him anything. I thought he's meant to love FM. He doesn't seem to be that interested. I think I've over-egged at 50. I said 100. So, but yeah, I think there'll be some people that sit around going, "He's an arsehole, this fella." So that's fine. That's fine. Usman Gay, as a ball at Plinth, all of our dreams have come true. Yeah. Agreed. Usman Gay we're gonna keep. We'll keep him. Keep Abatumbe. Keep Mustafish. Sanchez is a question mark. Keep Cham. Keep Gerrard. Offshal is retiring, so we can set him for release. So we'll save $4,000 there. That's 4.4k saved. Considering the crap I see on TikTok you're getting banned for, perhaps what you've paraphrased is bullshit. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff. Like, you know, I've said more worse things, you know. I've not been banned for it, but yeah, never mind. It's one of those, isn't it? The closest I get to TikTok is that song from Kesha about 25 years ago. Yeah. I think that's I think if that's the closest you've got, I think it's reasonable. Cyclists think any closer and you get in the blast zone. Quintana, Raven, Giavarello, I think we can let go. We can let him go because he's not really going to add anything to us. So he is transfer listed, I think, isn't he? Yes. So let's try and offer him out. Babatunde is going to stay. Tete. We want to keep Tete, but he's kind of in his last season, really. He likes big matches, anticipates situations well. He's French second national. 56 interceptions. 22.84 progressive passes per 90 minutes. That's a lot. That is a lot. Yeah. So he's picking the ball up and he's moving it. 5 goals, 3 assists. XG of 3.79, so overperforming his XG. Underperforming his assists. Winning decent amount of headers, decent tackling. Yeah. I think we keep Tete. Some players have names that are good if you're a streamer. Hardlines, Quintana, yeah. He has to go. He has to go. Can't say it, I'm afraid. So, right, Tete stays, and he's got 1 year left in his contract, so we have to decide what we do with him going forward. Does he have 1 more season and then go? And also, where can we replace him? Yeah. Musterman FM. Have you seen the FM26 trailer? Right, that's 6. 6 for Musterman. What do you think it means for the future of customized training routines? Please spend 12 minutes on your answer. Musterman, what I've decided to do, instead of spending 12 minutes on a video about what this means for the future, I am going to tweet out who are you going to manage for the first time in FM26? Because that seems like a really good time to ask that question as well, doesn't it? Just right now. But Musterman, I'm glad you've asked. I think he's clearly taking the piss. I don't think he counts, but you know, I'll put him as a little special one, because he is a special man. Musterman, how are you, my friend? Hope you're well. It's a pleasure to see you. Chris, how's it going, buddy? Welcome in. I expect Musterman's reaction video is fantastic. There was no attributes shown in that video, so potentially Musterman made the trailer. Just putting it out there. Yeah. Musterman is special, TJ says so. Honestly, I've seen him in real life. It's a special man with a special place in everyone's heart. I bet my team is not Newcastle Liverpool. 100% tuning. It's never going to be. It's never going to be. I was trying to do a video 1 second. The word cool. Yeah, I was going to go, all right. Told you. I'll do that. Yeah, I've already been accused of underselling it. So... Papa Mendy can stay because he's 22, right? I think that there's better players than Papa Mendy, and I think we can get, well, we've got better players. We've got Josephson in there now, but we'll keep him for now. How is Sochaux? So did you see, so Musterman, you might not have seen, on Monday we survived relegation. Okay, we survived relegation and finished 11th, which, from when you saw us, when we took over, was all the way down here. We ended up in 11th, which was brilliant. And our form from Reims to Niort was pretty decent. That's pretty good. We ended up the 3rd top goal scorers in the league. We got the 6th worst defence. But But yeah, there's definitely something in this team, I think. There's definitely something in this team. So we're now spending our initial recruitment stream to go back through all of our players, look at who's done well, look at who we can look to move on, or look at where we can maybe try and save some money. For example, Popov, the goalkeeper, is fine, but he's on 10 grand. So we could easily find a goalkeeper who does fine for less than 10 grand, surely. That is a sensational turnaround, isn't it just? Isn't it just? The question is, will TJ actually get to see or experience the Premier League licence? I will, because if there's a beta, the beta save I do is always Sunderland, so I will get to see it. Yeah. And then after that, never again. So we'll have a couple of weeks of seeing the Premier League, and then no more. So, which I think is a reasonable way of doing it. Forgive me, Father Mendy, I've sinned. I've played a full season 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress. At least you played it, Cyclist, rather than just simulating it. You know what I mean? There is that. So Papa Mendy stays. Ibrahim Halil Turkman. Now, formerly of Hecken. Signed before we turned up, so we haven't bought him over as well. We haven't really played him. In fact, to be honest, we didn't really play much at Hecken. 13 games? Maybe we did. Decent Ligue 1 player. He could potentially replace Tete. He's a bit more advanced, so maybe. Although we have got some youngsters coming through, so I don't know. It's not like he's worth much money, but if he's Ligue 1 standard, then maybe we give him a go. We'll see. TJ enjoys a beta save full of sadness. Sunderland sacked at Arsenal, relegated to Sampdoria. It's true. It's true. Night Train, Moneyball indeed. Moneyball. Excited to see what and if there are any new leagues. Well, yeah. I'm sure there will be. There's definitely new leagues. The women's leagues are in. There's definitely new leagues. Oh, you mean men's leagues? I don't know. But there's absolutely new leagues. Right, Amara definitely stays. We bought him and he's brilliant. If you fuck up your beta save, it makes the real ones look even better. See? MCG knows. MCG knows. Josefferson definitely stays. On top of being asked about FM26, how many times have you been asked about Spurs being Spursy? Do you know what, Musterman? Again, we've already had that as well tonight. We've already had that, and I had to call it out and go, is being Spursy winning a European trophy? Because if it is, then, do you know what I mean? It's a bit difficult, isn't it, to be Spursy if you've won a European trophy. Spurs being a block term is fantastic. I did it for you, Chris. I did it before, but am I the other guy in disguise? Think of the amount of episode ones you'll get if you keep getting sacked. Yeah, exactly. This is how people continue to watch Let's Plays, Chris. This is the start of my new series. Sacked again. This is the start of my new series. Sacked again. This is the start of my... Oh, yeah. You get the idea. I just know what kind of nonsense TJ gets repeatedly asked. I love the fact that Musterman's literally taken all of the notes and just going, I bet this is the sort of shit that'll wind him up. I love it. We've also got some work to do on the Back When Football Was Mint channel as well, Musterman. I recorded something today. I want to re-record it because I think I'm missing one or two lines on it. But it was looking. I've made a video about how footballers in the 90s were the most unathletic athletes, and talking about John Walk, Alan Cork, Neville Southall, and Big Mickey Quinn, and trying to talk about the fact that Mickey Quinn scored like 30 Premier League goals, but looked like he'd be half decent at darts, and looked a little bit like the bloke who was probably going to be half decent at five-a-side. Razor Ruddock I've mentioned, and I've mentioned Razor Ruddock primarily for the fact that he was also called Neil. And you don't see many Neils anymore, dear. Thomas Brolin, Jan Molby, yeah. The size of a haulage lorry. Yeah. Not wanting to cause trouble, but his Spurs, calling Spurs Spursy hate speech according to TikTok. No, just calling Americans boring. Evening, Katie, how are you, pal? I tried to record something today as well, but every time I turned the fan on, the aircon melted. Yeah. Walking cork. That's what they used to call it back in the day. Neil Shipley. Was Neil Shipley a bit of a unit? Was he? I don't seem to remember Neil Shipley being a unit. I also want to do a video about Gabor Kirai, but I think he's slightly more 2000s. Because I want to do a video about 90s goalkeepers and how they had to have padded elbows and padded hips on their shorts and tracky bottoms. Can we all call Americans Spursy? Yeah, entirely about jogging bottoms. Yeah, exactly. And they had pads on their elbows as well. But back when goalkeepers had long sleeves, like a proper goalkeeper. In fact, do you know what? That would be class. You see how like football clubs are now bringing back long sleeve shirts for players. The first club that brings back a long sleeve goalkeeper top, mwah, that would be mint. I got the nickname Bully at uni because I was a five-a-side. Steve Bull wouldn't retreat behind the halfway line. Steve Bull was a player, wasn't he? He was really good. The 90s were the glory days, like you wouldn't believe, Katie. Absolute fantastic, weren't they? The best of times. We should have sent it as a time capsule. In fact, we probably did. As Blue Peter time capsule. Yeah. Here's a picture of Nwankwo Kanu. You can't call American Spurs. The NFL teams have been world champions every year since their inception. Let's have a look. This is a fat man. Neil Shipley. I mean, that's Neil Shipley now. There's no way that... Right. There's no way that was it. That's not during his mid to late Palace times. No. There's got to, look, I'm really sorry, but there's got to have been something wrong with him at that point. That's got to be like testimonial or something. He's listed as one of the fattest footballers. Right, I'm sorry, I'm going to Google this. Right, I apologise for anybody who is remotely interested in a data-driven approach to transfers in France, but fattest footballers from the 90s, right? Here we go. 8 of the fattest footballers to grace the beautiful game, and I feel bad for using the term fat because it feels a little bit like we're body shaming here, and that's not fair. Andy Reid was big. John Parkin, my God. Steve McNulty. I mean, these aren't necessarily 90s players, but yeah, there's a couple of big lads in there. Wanyama at Dunfermline was quite something. I mean, that's very, very much a modern player, though, isn't it? Wanyama. Akinfenwa is legit one of the best at the best in his category. Oh, like Akinfenwa would be world champion at WWE. Kevin Pressman was a decent size. Akinfenwa was like NFL or like WWE size, like, proper hench. Whereas Mickey Quinn just looked like he had lots and lots of pints. Like, let's just see. So this, like, I mean, that's not a particularly unflattering picture of Mickey Quinn, but that is a man that scored loads and loads of goals. That was what a centre forward looked like in the 90s. Granted, he looks very, very similar to someone who works in a call centre in an insurance company right now, but Like, it's just, it's mad, isn't it? I mean, look, he doesn't actually look that bad there. But I remember him being the rotund Quinn. Yeah. Akinfenwa is all muscle. Exactly. I'm not having Akinfenwa on here at all. The man's an absolute monster. Yeah. All of a sudden, Mickey Quinn doesn't look that big. I remember him being bigger. Right, Amara stays. The urgency of a second-class stamp is genuinely incredible. It's wonderful wording, isn't it? Where have we got? Where's John Walk, Ipswich legend, right? Like this. This is what a footballer used to look like, right? That right there. That's your prime 90s centre half. That's what a Premier League centre half looked like. For mint, innit? Absolutely mint. Now look at him. Like, he looks like Bruce Grobbelaar now. Like, Colin Hendry, discuss. Well, again, they called him Braveheart for a reason, Chris. Brian Kilcline. Yeah. I mean, Razor Ruddock. I mean, Neil Ruddock was a fair size, wasn't he? Again, proper centre half. Oh no, not the Liverpool Echo. We don't want that. Where's Neil Ruddock fat? Again, actually, in fact, you know what? In his Tottenham days, Neil Ruddock didn't actually look that bad. Again, look at that. There you go. There's a rugged centre half. Right, goes to Tottenham and balloons. All those bloody salt and pepper chips that apparently the Scousers invented. So, yeah, they signed a svelte-looking centre-half, and then he turns into this. Where's a picture of Neil Ruddock in a Liverpool kit? There's got to be something fairly accessible. Right, where is it? It's probably here. This is pretty big enough, isn't it? Right. Yeah. Oh, do I have to zoom in? Yeah, look at that. Look. Look what happens there. See, goes to Liverpool and gets chunky. Right. See? Let's not discuss Colin Hendry based on recent news. Oh dear. Right. I don't know. Let me have a little look. Okay. So let's not talk about Colin Hendry. Back to this, everyone. This is great. Oh, look, FM Console's here. What have you missed? Not a lot, console. To be honest, we've been looking at this over here. This data-driven approach to football, recruitment, and nothing else, because nothing else has really happened. To be honest, some people seem to think loads of news has happened today, but I'm very much of the situation that nothing's really happened. So. So I don't have a reaction video, unfortunately. You know, maybe another day. Maybe another day. We'll see. Got the face though. Yeah. Oh. Well, see. Oh, if you want to put the logo on top of my hand. Yeah. There you go. See, they're all my YouTube faces. If I had my YouTube face, this. That's mine. I haven't got any other faces. That's my other one. Right, so Mara stays. Josefferson goes. Good. You don't need to say anything, Console. Don't need to say anything. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. Pelissard. Looks like he wants to leave. Busy Baron. I think he's mocking you. I think he's mocking you, Chris. I think he's found a way around the Spurs being a banned word. I think he has. Colin was a brunette. What? Oh, hang on. Imagine if that was the news. Right, Pelissard. He got injured towards the back end of the season. Hip injury, 3 months. He's 30. I mean, do we keep him? Do we let him go? I mean, there's no real need for him, other than the fact that he's a bit of experience, really. I mean, it's a Carriero, so he could offer some sort of cover defensively. Let's consider it. Boata. Now Boata, $7,500. He's not been one of our first choice players, so I think Boata's the player we move out. 3 goals, 2 assists in 20 matches, 41 tackles, 2 crosses created, 0.29 expected assists, 7.87 progressive passes. That's not many, is it? A couple of years left in his contract. I'd be tempted to cash in. Musterman, are you still here? What do you reckon? If Boata's not part of our starting 11, to me that feels like a player we want to be looking to cash in on. Be very interested speaking to other clubs. You saw the news today? Oh, hang on, that sounds like a Beatles reference. What? Is it something to do with Oasis? I think it is. It's Alan Shearer's birthday. Oh, wow. I wonder how they celebrated. I hope they bought him an Isaac shirt. Chiliufia, which sounds a little bit like a slur in the northeast. $5,000 a week wages. Retiring. So that's fine. That means, again, we've got some wages coming back to us. So save some money there, which is good. Saunier is... It's a shame that Saunier is going to go, but we understand that. But we have to try and get as much money as we can. So we're looking at 5 million for him. I did see one of my mates had posted about, like, talking about the fact that, that Newcastle have obviously held Isaac hostage and not letting him go, and hold him hostage. And my mate had written something about, you can't really keep a player hostage. Like, like you talk about Palestinians are being held hostage, not footballers. And I just comment on his post going, thankfully the Newcastle board have got a lot of experience with hostages, so surely it should be fine. Noah Fata, 33 years old. I don't think he's going to be someone that we're going to be looking to keep, so we'll move him out as well. I got my fantasy league team name sorted. Haaland, Oates, Steve Morrow Never Dies was too long. Nice. Steve Morrow Never Dies is good. is good. I can't do Premier League or Fantasy League. It messes my head up. Messes my head up. I hate the fact that everyone has to have the same players. I just find it boring. Newcastle board blocked food delivery trucks and bomb Isaac's estate. Yeah. Quick, call him an infidel. Yeah. I reckon Daho can go as well, because we're not going to use him. Fantasy NFL is better. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because not everyone can have the same player, and there's so much more that can go on. So, yes, I agree. Fantasy NFL so much better. I mean, if you want to start that again, Rouge, and you want to try and get that working in the Discord, feel free. I'm sure I'll be able to last about 2 weeks. Again, that's what she said. You can do an FPL draft where you can't have the same players, but you need 10 players. Oh, I don't know 10 people. And I certainly don't know 10 people who would be interested in keeping that on there. So, yeah, it feels like a little bit too much work for me. Evening, Ben. Good to see you, pal. How are you? Hope you're well. Filali is probably going to stay. We can probably do another striker in there. Keep him in. He's going to be a backup, but $2,000 is reasonable. But if he comes on, gets some goals, that'd be really helpful. Side did an FPL draft 2 years ago. Nice. See, Si's decent at that sort of stuff, isn't he? Si could organise that kind of thing. If it's three or four, it's not enough. No, of course not. No. So Filali stays. Diabate definitely stays, because he's young and he looks very, very good. Love a bit of NFL. I'm in. I have the work NFL league, which I am far too bad at. Yeah, I'm not great at them. That's the problem. But I'll get in and I'll do what I need to do, and then I'll be out of the race very, very early on. Evening, Willie B. Welcome. Hope you're good. Appreciate the raid. Very kind. Frank Diabate actually looks like he needs a new contract as well. So it's back when he did stream show before each weekend about the upcoming matches. See, he's good at all that, isn't he? He is good. He thinks about it. Yeah. He's not getting an injury release clause, don't be so silly. Right, they can have that big wage jump, but he's going to be a decent player, so I don't really mind paying that. Kamara. Here's the thing. Can we move Kamara's money elsewhere? He's only got 1 year left. I think we move Kamara on. Although, looking at that, he looks pretty deadly. 5 goals in 7 starts. Good dribbling, good determination. Can tackle. $6,000 wages, 4 goals in 13 games, 10 in 32. What do we think? Do we keep him for now and see what we've got? Because I mean, we didn't really play him. That's the thing. You know, he didn't move Yildirim, who's the league's goal scorer, and Diabate came in as a youngster and scored more goals. And Fevre is there, and he looks like a better player. So I think Kamara might have to go, possibly. You know, in fairness, I did spend a good 15 minutes trying to get Twitch actions to cause injuries to his own players in game. Levels above me in the thought process. Yeah, that is hardcore, isn't it? That's taking things to another level. Console, here's the 90s footballer news for you. Go for it, Console. This is the sort of news I can be here for. If you haven't followed the Back When Footballer Was Mint podcast channel, then do that as well. We called it a podcast just for the sake of it. In today's money, Nick Barmby's transfer to Everton is worth 126 million adjusted for Premier League inflation. I mean, all transfers are going to sound ridiculous if you adjust them for Premier League inflation, just as all Premier League transfers are ridiculous right now. You know? I saw that Nicolas Anelka is still Arsenal's second highest transfer fee received. And that was, what, 25 years ago or something? Yildirim looks like he's going to go. He's wanted by Osijek, Colne and AK. 19 goals in 34 matches. 7 million quid. It feels like we have to let him go if someone comes in for him. It would be great if nobody did and we got to keep him. And Noah Girardot we brought in on a loan. And didn't score in his five appearances, mainly all of them were subs. So how much wages for him? I mean, six grand. It's not that much, really. I think if he was the top earner, you'd think that's reasonable. The goalkeeper definitely needs replacing. We need to spend our money elsewhere instead of having a 10 grand goalkeeper. I think we can find better value in goal. I feel as though if we sell Boata, that's another 6 grand saved here. So we've offered him out. Worth a sale for 7 million, 6k is bearable, especially for a goal scorer. Exactly. Like, you know, selling him, there's some good things to come. Lots of money, and he's on a decent enough wage. Like, you know, we're not breaking the bank with a striker at this moment in time. So that's sort of where I'd be at right now. I'm going to offer Grillo out as well, and see what we've got. So that's my initial thoughts. Yeah. Transfer budget 1.7 million. Ms. Alive in on the tier 1 again. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you for the support there. Yeah, my other thought as well is Kamara, because we're not playing him. And he's 27, so he's a good age. He's on 5 grand. Technically, he's doing a job, but we're not playing him. Now, would he get more of a job if we sold Yildirim? Maybe. Statistically, it looks like he's doing pretty well as a striker. Like, you know, takes his shots, he gets his goals. He's got a pretty decent pizza chart from what I look at. There's another one. I'm excited for the new season. Yeah, I guess so. Be interested to see how Sunderland get on. Everything else, not that fussed about, but yeah, interested to see how Sunderland get on. I'm not massively bothered about more football chat. I've seen a lot of it over the internet, some of this internet, and Premier League fans, they're fannies, aren't they? You know what I mean? They do like to just respond to everything. I mean, I will be laughing at Newcastle. Yeah, of course, that goes without saying. But you know, that would have happened regardless. You know, Does he offer something? Can he allow you to change your approach off the bench? I don't know. Like I feel as though maybe he could just be just another number 9, really. Like this is the bit I'm looking at. He's good in the tackle. I wonder whether he could become like a pressing winger or something, or maybe a pressing forward. I mean, you'd kill for a pizza chart like that, really. And I know it's only a small sample size. He's played 700 minutes. So he's not played a lot, but he's been effective when he's been on the pitch. Is he going to be effective the longer he's out there? He's out of contract next season. Now I want pizza. I do as well. He's out of contract at the end of next season, so I suppose we'd know in the first few weeks, first couple of months, if he's going to be worth retaining. Try and lock him down before Christmas on a new contract. If not, then he's got to go before Christmas. Will we get £1 million for him? Maybe. If an offer comes in, he's only get sold for $250,000. Yeah. He's not going to break the bank, is he? He's not the key to happiness or the key to success. Mr. Life as a Brighton fan, I know what it's like supporting my club in the depths of the bottom of the EFL to the Premier League, and the Premier League fans are the most fickle. Yeah, agreed. They're pathetic. Especially ones that have never seen their club outside the Premier League as well. Like if all they know is Premier League life, then yeah, those fans are often unaware that life is a difficult. Football is difficult, you know. Liverpool fans talking back about the old days when they only finished 8th, you know. He's determined, could rub off on the youngsters for mentoring. Oh yeah, if he's rubbing off on the youngsters, then I will probably get rid of them. Because I don't really appreciate that sort of behaviour. But I get your point. Maxime Grandjean, 6'6", 18 years old, £20 million. Now there's a possible loanee if ever I've seen one. We'll fall out again, you and I. Katie, come on now. Remember the bold Roy Hodgson telling us we weren't too big to get relegated? Oh, you take Roy Hodgson's name out of your mouth, Katie. Roy Hodgson was a manager that you didn't appreciate. No Liverpool fan appreciated Roy Hodgson. That man's CV deserves respect. He's right. No one's too big to get relegated. But no one wants to hear it, do they? Even a spell at England. I mean, as a Scotland fan, he did brilliant for England. But I'm thinking more about the fact that, you know, he was in charge of Inter Milan at like an incredibly important time, and they trusted him in charge. But understandable that, you know, England fans wouldn't look at that and go, oh, I see. Yeah, we just have to focus on the thing that's right in front of us. But yeah, no, I think as an England manager, I think as an England manager, brilliant. That's what I think. Am I making friends? No, I'm not, Mrs. J. You know me. I'm always here to wind people up. Do I know how? I've got no idea. I've got no idea, Dan. What am I saying? Oh, just the first thing that comes to my head. I've not fully thought these ideas through, but am I banned on TikTok again? I'm not. It's not that I'm banned again. It's the fact that I'm allowed my access back if I haven't been banned in the last 30 days. And I have been banned in the last 30 days. So, yeah, that's a problem. England fans can't accept a manager that constantly got them to finals and semi-finals. Hodgson had no chance. Exactly. Yeah. They hated Gareth Southgate for being successful. That's the problem, innit? You know. We want to win trophies, but we don't like just getting to the finals all the time. I'm on your Roy Hodgson soapbox. Oh, like a little bit, not like my entire soapbox. I was just saying to Katie that, you know, that Liverpool fans had to respect the fact they had Roy Hodgson, but they obviously go, oh, you know, Roy Hodgson was there. Oh, we didn't like Roy Hodgson because he didn't win anything at Liverpool. How's that work? You get a week ban and that means you can't use it for a month. Hey, their lost console, not mine. TikTok's lost, not mine. Premier League teams should be lucky they aren't in the same boat as Morecambe and Sheffield Wednesday. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday used to be a Premier League team. Wimbledon used to be a Premier League team. Those three people will be gutted. Mrs. J getting straight in there. You know what I mean? Bang. Have that, TJ. Savage, isn't she? She is savage. I think she's right, though. Right, let's look at goalkeepers then. We need a goalkeeper that's better than our current goalkeeper. When are we getting a Mrs. J Reacts channel? Oh, like... Probably never, because I don't want her to overtake... You know what? Probably we should, because then she can do all the YouTube videos and I can just sit and do this instead. Mrs. J would do a reaction channel. Yeah. If Roy Hodgson stayed, you could have said Liverpool used to be a Premier League team. No, nonsense. Liverpool would never get relegated with Roy Hodgson in charge. Pathetic. I'm an Irish fan, happy to see my team play as long as we're not bothered. As long as we're not battered, it's an improvement. That's what we had before. Selling the wrong player in the squad too. I mean, that was classic. That was good. I did like that. That was cool. So expected goals prevented, that's what I want, isn't it? So here's our goalkeeper here. Pop off. So essentially any of these boys above us is much better. Yeah. So let's see who's much. For example, Habib Bourgeois. He's called Bourgeois. He couldn't be more French. 21 goals, 21 appearances, 22 goals conceded. He's still conceding a goal a game, but his expected goals prevented is 0.62. He's made 4 saves. Definitely better than what our goalkeeper's done. Decent at kicking, decent reflexes, rushes out, agile, good endurance. Yes, Mad Scientist, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Tell you what, if you're into retro stuff, retro football, and retro podcasts, then and the Mad Scientist has got one as well. So get yourself involved there. Go and swing by there. Give the man a follow. Yes, sir. I can bougie. Oh, there you go. Console's on it. I'm experiencing a strong urge to seize the means of production. Get on it, Katie. Get on it. You know you want to. Yeah, are you talking video production, audio production, or are you talking the written word? You saw Mad's podcast today; it was phenomenal. Again, I haven't seen today's episode or the one with Luke and Luke's dad, so I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, communism! All right, again. Fair enough. Best content I've seen today. Well, I've not seen any content today, so rise up, comrade. Viva la revolution. Are you optimistic? Oh, there's another one. Right. Am I optimistic? I'm optimistic that there'll be more news. Mad. Oh yeah, he gets it after I've gone in and made the first comment. It's easy to do that, isn't it? That's like tapping in the rebound. He didn't take the first shot, Katie. Unless of course he already got it. Then that's fine. All these goalkeepers still earning less than our goalkeeper, but still quite expensive because they're going to want more, aren't they? 6'7", Thomas Sharef from Angers. What's that? £2 million? Oh, 200 grand to £2 million. Needs to play more regular football. Right, okay. Get you scouted, my mate. Angers finished near the top, didn't they? Second. What was it? When did he get his injury? 3 weeks for a groin strain. Replaced by Ulysses Traore. Again, I mean, that's a great name. But he's conceded 42 goals in 28 matches. Right, Thomas Creef could be one. How's the legs for Saturday's games? Feels alright, to be honest. Feels alright. Knee feels okay. I think I'll obviously need to stretch out properly before we play. We'll be driving down on the morning, so that's gonna be what it's gonna be. But yeah, it should be all right. I think it's more about my first touches slowly coming back. And there's nothing's gonna happen between now and Saturday. I'm not gonna get much better and much fitter, so we'll just go with it and see what happens and see where we end up. Position on the pitch, I will be either up front or out on the wing, I reckon. Like, I could play fullback if needs be. I'm not really good in the air, so I don't really fancy heading the ball. And I haven't got the engine for midfield at the minute. I could sit and spray passes, but I think they're going to want something a little bit more energetic in the midfield. And right now, that's not me. That's not me. So yeah, I wouldn't mind sitting further back because I can read the game quite well. But as I say, then getting up and about is not going to be... It's not high up on my list of things to do. Yeah. Right, so Harry Bourgeois. I think he's our first choice goalkeeper. If we can go for him. Let's kind of nudge this through a little bit. I've lost social media followers. It's probably about what I've said. Record a top half League 2 finish for next season. We can do that, I think. So let's tell them that. Let's tell them that we want to finish in the top half. Yeah, they're fine. Good. Nothing else to talk about. On your holidays, lads. Off you go. Have I been saying things again? I don't think I've been saying things, Zeep. I think it's because the fact that I said them in the first place. So, TikTok Studio says I'm allowed access, but not if I've been banned in the last 30 days. So, as has been pointed out, my 1 week ban is technically a 1 month ban. I need to put all my eggs in his basket. I think I do, don't I? I think I do as well. Right. Habib Bourgeois. Can we compare him with our current goalkeeper? I mean, Bourgeois' distribution is better. His reactions are better. His tactical ability is better. He's more agile. He's got better endurance. He's not as strong. It's a no-brainer. We're keen on it. Okay. He expects to be a deputy to the first choice. The ironic thing is Sam Adjo will be back on TikTok by now. It'll be interesting if he is. Because, yeah, he obviously got his ban before I got mine. So, Yeah, I'm not sure if he's tried actually. Let's try and offer Pop-Off out as well. May not react well. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens when we get another goalkeeper in, then we'll offload him. But yeah, for now it looks very much like Bourgeois is the option. Centre back, we said we might do with a new one. And right back we could really do with, couldn't we? So let's have a look for right backs. Defending. Defending, maybe we want no appeal option. There was, but the appeal got rejected instantly. Mad, and I've got no idea how or why that was the situation, but yeah, it just happened. So fine, let them go and do whatever they need to do, but who cares? Have I watched the announcement video? There's another one. There's another one. Yes, I have seen it. Back in a bit. Don't you worry, Chris. You go and enjoy. You're gonna enjoy. Headers 1% for a fullback. That would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? Jaden Peters, centre half, 6'2", can play centre back and right back. 8 million quid, apparently. Where's he been playing? Has he mainly played at right back? We don't know. We just have his stats. 55 clearances, 80% of his headers won, 36 interceptions. This sounds like a centre half, doesn't it? I'm sure already asked, didn't you? Doesn't that count as twice? I think it probably does. It does. I'm going to count it twice because it's another question. Whether it's meant to be another question or not, I'm counting it twice. So Jaden Peters, I'm going to put you on the shortlist as an option. I think you're going to be too expensive. Benjamin Rehepi, 6'4", 22 years old, 28 grand. Oof. That is expensive. Harris Memic, centre half. He's got neck tattoos. He can play anywhere across the back line. Good tackling, good concentration, good movement anticipation. He's physical. He's played for Armeens. 32 matches, 79% headers, 76% tackles, 2.96 key headers per 90, 1.78 tackles per game, 75 interceptions, 19 progressive passes. This is a player, do we think? $11 grand. I think his wages are a bit too high. That's a big jump in it from $2 grand to 11. But is he a leader as well? Did it say there? I mean, it says he's centre half, but he plays centre half right and left. So he can play all over the back line. Just shy on his headers, but wins his pressures, makes the ball go forward. So whether he's like a ball playing centre half or whether he's a fullback and he's moving the ball forward, I think he's a ball playing centre half, possibly. 23, 6'1", left footed. Yeah, I think he could be decent. So we've got him on the shortlist then as someone that we like. There's Prevost in 8th. Will they make his loan longer? No, they're not willing. Jeremy Leroux. He's got a great beard, a very, very French beard. He's got a very French beard. Oh, he's just signed. Now, is he Jeremy Leroux or is he Jeremy Leroy? That's the question, isn't it? Moussa Mounier. 18 years. Oh, my word. £40 million. Yikes. It was from Montpellier. Again, maybe another one possibly loan in. I think that's what I need to look at, isn't it? I need to look at the fact that there's also players that we can loan in. Right, so that's headers 1 ratio. What else do I want for defenders? Do I want tackles per 90 minutes? Or tackles 1? So Amara's up there. Key tackles. Joseph Makuku. 71% of his headers. 17 years old. What about Leon from Nimes? Okay, he looks like he might be half decent actually. Let's get the scouts on him, I reckon. Noah Lazio. Again, 1.4 million. Probably a bit too pricey for us. That's good though. Shikambud, 30 years old. There might be that thing where occasionally we might just have to buy a player who's slightly out of our plan, out of the model. Yeah. Hamid Bar, Mustafish, Dwen, Andy Verhaeg. He looks like he could be very, very good actually. Look at that. Work rate, fitness, stamina. He's got potential to be very good by the looks of it. At least it certainly looks like that. Where's he from? Lons. Oops. 68% of his headers won, 81% of his tackles, 4.2 progressive passes. So that's not very much. But as a centre half, he could be interesting. Do we look for progressive passes or interceptions or something? Tackle 1%. Again, this is probably going to give midfielders, isn't it? Arne Velot Hansen. Inter Milan. Alright, okay. Shantip Amara. Pasquale. Yeah, this is going to be a few more things. What else do we need for a wing back? Expected assists, possibly? Interceptions? Blocks? Clearances? Interceptions, maybe. Clovis. Noah Loajo. Back in there. Again, centre half. Ryan Savage. Ryan Savage. 8 grand on wages is a lot, but look at this boy. He's got a full wheel, hasn't he? Where's he from? Troyes. Let's get him on the shortlist as well. His uncle Robbie would be happy. Yeah. Incredibly happy. Christophe Walker-Dimen. Again, that's got to be another Ligue 1 player, is it? From Montpellier. Right. Okay. So that's possibly a right back. Possibly. Possibly. And a goalkeeper. Omar Ritchie wants to be removed from the transfer list at Marseille. Well, actually, we looked at him and he looked interesting. He's a perfectionist striker. He's volatile. His wages are quite high. But he does look like he might be able to adapt to what we're doing. The fact he's a perfectionist could help, couldn't it? Oh, there we go. This is the new memes, isn't it? Like, it's da, or you know, such and such. He'd fight. He'd do it. Buval could become a top player, because this is the thing. We've also got some really good young players in the academy. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 young players that I've identified who could move up into the first team as well. So that's going to be interesting. Transfer list these players. Might not get anyone biting because of the fact that the transfer window is still technically closed, but we'll see. By the way, why is all these over social medias in my psyche now? I don't know. I've got no idea. I just loaded it up one day and all of a sudden that was happening. I was just like, all right, okay, fine. That's another thing. I'm too old for all this now. I don't need to question stuff. It just happens. Yeah. About contract expiring, can we free up some wage budget? I've done a couple. I will go back through and double check it. I'm not willing to make an offer for this guy. Well, it doesn't help us, does it? AMT don't want to make a bid for Dahau. Even Nevsky, how are you, buddy? Welcome. Did you miss that bit? Possibly. There's a couple of players I did it with. There's 1 or 2 players that are retiring, so we've obviously got some wages put to one side for that. We can have a little nosy at our contract situation here. Contract general, expiry date. Okay, so Offshall is retiring, so he will get his wages back. If I insert wages in here as well. Alright, then at least I know sort of who's what. Right. Okay, so Offshall, we're getting $4,000 back. Pelissard, I've sort of had a look and thought, oh, maybe not. We don't know, we'll see. Might offer him a new deal to stay. But yeah, we're not actually losing anyone this season, really. Everyone's actually tied down to decent contracts, which is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. So yeah, so Pelissard is someone that I'm thinking about giving another year to, but I don't know. So yeah, so I do feel as though we're probably going to be a little bit all eggs in one basket with that goalkeeper, but why not? I mean, can just finish just above us. Let's make an offer, shall we? Let's go. Let's go 50 grand early doors. See what's what, and then we'll have a look at these fullbacks as well. Savage on loan. I guess the other guy is the Serbian defender in it, or Croatian defender. Peters might be expensive, 15 grand. What was the big what was he called? What was the other defender? What did I have it on? Interceptions. Key headers. Yeah, Harris Nemec, that was the guy. I suppose we might as well make a low ball offer. Yeah. Nevsky, that's another one. That's another one. We're on 9. Can we make it to 10 before I log off? And 10 is nothing. I was expecting loads more questions. No, don't worry, Nevsky. I was expecting it to be a flurry of that. So it was just one of those ones. I was like, let's see how many we get. I made a prediction at the start of the stream. We're nowhere near the amount of questions I thought, which is good because I think it shows that I've managed to build an audience that doesn't expect that sort of stuff. Right, Bourgeois. Not happening straight away. Add another 50 grand there. Are we going back in for another offer? Yes, absolutely. Bourgeois could leave. That's a good sign. So warm in the house, mate. I 100% agree. 100% agree. We've got the fan on back here to try and keep it all cool. I'm going to be on for another 10 minutes and then that's me. We've identified some targets. I think I've done a half decent job of that. Malapangu, we liked him. What did his stats say? 62% of his headers, not brilliant. Right, not good enough, I'm afraid, Malapangu. Right, Grandjean we could get in for 2 grand. 18 years old, 6'6", currently worth £20 million. But he's only played 4 matches for Lorient, so might be a guy. One thing I hate, I see an FM rebuild on YouTube. They're using an unrealistic broken tactic that makes 4 players get 56 goals over a season. Yeah, absolutely smart. I mean, look, you're watching people not play Football Manager. They're just simulating through it. So just picking out the tactic of being the most unrealistic thing in it. All of it's unrealistic. Yeah. Don't like FM rebuilds when you see Aston Villa. We don't need rebuilding. No, basically what it is just like, let's manage each team and just go on holiday. Let's just do the transfers. Like, yeah, I personally don't see a point in that. In most cases, these long form videos, the actual tactical football itself isn't really the main part of the story. Yeah. My FM doesn't look like that. What mod am I using? I'm using the Musterman skin. Yeah, it's just, Chris is right, absolutely right. We talk about this quite a lot, me and him. It's Football Manager is a storytelling game, and I think if you can tell a story, that's the important thing. You know, how you tell it is the challenge. It's more of a come in the Emery board. Oh, see, Emery board. That's nice. That's nice. But yeah, it's just a different form of content, isn't it? You know, works for some people, doesn't work for me. I'm not good at it. So there's no chat about it. But someone in my Discord sent me the press release and specifically started storytelling. %. What's 35% on 337? That feels like a lot. Plus 35%. Oh, that takes it to 5. Right. Okay. All right, I'll take that. Okay, 3-7. We're getting Habib Bourgeois in. We are paying a little bit of cash for him, but and we pay a little bit of cash for Memic as well. It's great when people get sacked, as you can work that into your story as well. Yeah. I said £505,000 a week before you tried like I'm a director of football. Nice. I like it. Make it work for me. Explain it like I'm 5. The thing that bothers me is seeing a rebuild of my club and the broskies with 8 goals or assists get 40. I get irritated because I know these players can't do that. Well, yeah, look, I mean, yeah, it's a game. It's not real, you know. There is no actual reality in any of this, is it? So you have to take it all with a pinch of salt. You know, no one's taking a rebuild of a team that's sat mid-table all the time and just goes, all right, 5 seasons in and they're still mid-table. Like, but that's reality. You know, that would be reality. That would be a realistic rebuild. You know, but no one's going to watch that, are they? Oh dear, what's happening at Häcken? They're 11th. Just constantly finishing 6th. Yeah, like, oh yeah. So what I've done is I've taken Fulham from 16th to 15th over 5 seasons. It's been brilliant. But you know what? My net spend is good. Yeah. That's the difference between the types of content I watch. There's that type and TJ streams as well. Yeah. And like, to be fair, if I was doing rebuilds, then that's how I'd be doing it. I'd be sitting going, right, this is what I'd have bought. Would it have worked? Don't know. It's hard to say. You know. Go into the interview stating I can maintain the status quo. Yeah, exactly. And I'd be singing Rockin' All Over the World while doing it as well. Are we going to go up to £500,000? £500,000 for a defender. Oof. Who's my favourite content creator if I was to watch? Me. I'm my favourite content creator. But if I'm being honest, Musterman. Right. Ajaccio have just offered 2 point something million for Nemec. I think it's fair we let him go. Like, that's fine. Joseph Mokoko looks like he's an option though for Nimes. 2.5 million wanted by Lyon. Has an active release clause at 2.5. Top of the league for key tackles. Top for passes completed. 18th for pressures, progressive passes. 19th for clearances. 22nd for headers won. He's making a case, isn't he? He's making a case. Jason Coué. Jordan Santini. Oh, interesting. 6'3". Plays at the back. Ish. And Nicky Vassilou. 17-year-old striker. Interesting. I'm in English and Tottenham is my second club. 2 attached over 3 years. 3 years. Not enough data on Nikos. No, not at all. But what there is interesting. Right. So we dillied and dallied a little bit on Nemec, and they want £2 million. So that's fine. We'll back out of that. Habib Bourgeois in though, so that's good. Okay. Which means that we can now move Popov out. Yes, we can bougie. We can bougie. Alright. So let's go transfer status. Set for listing. And then offer him out. Okay, so there you go. We've managed to bring someone in. That's actually quite an achievement for us. Yeah. That's not good enough. None of that is good enough. Rakov Chestakova. I mean, come on. No. You need much more than that. Thank you. Absolute charlatans. But anyway, right. That's a job for next week. No stream Friday, by the way, everyone. No stream Friday. Because obviously I've got to go to Slough on the Saturday, so that's going to be up and about early. So yes, no stream on Friday night. So I suppose what we'll do is pass you over to Mr. Maggio, because he's gone to the MLS, and I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited. So, right, in you go then. Have yourselves a great evening. Take care of yourselves. Check out the podcast tomorrow. and check out Callum's stream on Saturday, and yeah, see you all next week. Take it easy yourselves. Speak to you soon. All the best, everyone. Bye now.